From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave Media production.
All right, it is that time for the premier sports betting show with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the primetime capper. And boy, oh boy, I'm telling you right now, this is going really well. And it is the PrimeTimeAngles Live on IG. And I'm telling you right now, this is the premier sports betting show for a reason. You know why it is? Because last night, you see I'm wearing that hat. I'm wearing the hat. The Knicks get us a win last night by 12, double digits last night. So we not messing around this week, dude. Seriously, we is not messing around this week. Hit a pop of 325 Tuesday night with the Bulls. Come back last night with the Knicks. Man, I'm telling you, boy. So you guys are up right now if you guys have been following the dog of the day. And actually, we're 4-2 this month when it comes to that bet. We struggled in December, though, to start the season off. But it happens because a lot of times the favorites is always the teams that are winning and things of that nature early in the season. But now we get into the moody part of the year where you have to catch things the right way. Let me explain to you why we got the Bulls the way we did. The Bulls had won 3 out of 4 going into that game, and they actually were playing pretty good against Western Conference teams as well too. So when you look at it against the spread right now, they're 4-0, but straight up they're 2-2. But still, at the end of the day, though, and on the road they was 2-1. So pretty much you have to look at the numbers and how this team comes about it and things of that nature. The Knicks, reason why we're doing this with the Knicks won their last 5 out of 6, and the Knicks actually won their last home game as well too. So pretty much Utah was coming in there off of a bad game the night before, losing by 34 points. They got up about 17, 20 points in the second quarter, and that kind of messed them up a little bit because they got comfortable. And this Knicks team is the type of team that you don't want to get comfortable with. They got that us against the world mentality, and they might start slow, but they're going to finish strong. So all in all, what do we have in store tonight for the dog of the day? I have it for you in just a moment, but let's go ahead and talk about the Sunday games for the NFL playoff. And up first, we got the Ravens at the Titans preview. Ravens coming in here 11-5, Titans 11-5, plus 3.5 spread as well too, and we have a over under of 55 as well. Ravens 10-6 against the spread this season. 8-8 over and under. They won 5 in a row to get into the playoffs. They were 6-5 at that point as well too, and they dropped 3 out of 4 after they came out of the bye after starting the season 5-1. So you have to understand this team has redeemed themselves heavily after struggling pretty much midway through the season. They've gotten everything back, but I still think that this team is a little flawed and everything like that because you have to go ahead and notate this fact as well too. Lamar Jackson's 0-2 in the playoffs, and both games he lost by a touchdown or better as well too. So pretty much, but one thing that's working out in his favor, both of those games were on the road, were at home too, and I think that pressure kind of got to him. First one out was his first playoff game. Understandable. Last year, though, he had a game that an MVP would have, but his team didn't show up behind him. This year, he's gonna have to figure out a way to not be such a ball hog. And when I say ball hog, I'm meaning that where everything doesn't revolve around you running when it's necessary. Just don't run to run. You know what I mean? Figure out a way to get in that pocket, dink and dunk, get those passes off, get other people involved, have your running backs actually be the ones running the ball, things of that nature. Because when he gets into that Lamar 1 versus 11 mode, it's no good. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people think it is, but at the end of the day, not in the playoffs. It doesn't work like that. So pretty much, we'll see how it goes. This team is 6-2, 6-2 against the spread, 6-2 straight up, 2-1 versus the division, 2-0 versus the AFC South on the road this year, and they're 3-1 overall against this division as well too. Only loss that they had came to the Titans this season. They're first in rushing right now as well too, 191.9 yards per game. And we all know that Lamar pretty much has became the we all know that Lamar has pretty much broke a record. He's ran first quarterback to run for 1,000 yards and all that good stuff. But you see the last playoff game that they did have. You see that number right there, 28-12, lost to the Titans last year, and it was crazy because they outgained that team by at least 200 yards in that game. And when you look, and we all remember Lamar had 400 plus total yards in that game. Sad day for Lamar in that situation, losing that game by 16 points. All right, so we got the Titans 7-9, over and under 12, 3-1. So that's why the over looks like it will be the play here. But that's when you get yourself in trouble as well too, fellas. So be on the lookout for that as well too. So that's all I'm saying. So shot straight up 5-3. 4-4, 2-1 versus division, 0-2 versus the AFC North at home. 1-3 overall. You guys got to remember they only win in the against the AFC North this year came against the Ravens. It's crazy because they even lost to the Bengals this year, the Titans. So it is what it is. And they're 4-4 versus teams over 500 this year. Fourth in the points per game with 30.7. Second in rushing, 168.1. And their last playoff game, they lost 35-24 in the championship game to the Chiefs last year. Now, the Titans still hold the advantage here. I know everybody's in love with the Ravens because they're coming in here just like they did last year. Big winning streak. Last year, what was it, a 12-game winning streak that they came into the playoffs with? And everybody said, oh, it's going to be a sure thing. Oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Nah, dog, it's the playoffs. They're going to have to figure out a way for Lamar Jackson to become a actual passer, like where he's going to throw 30 times and try to at least complete 25 to 20 of those throws that he puts out as well too. They can't just sit there and have him running all day. They'll risk him getting hurt as well too. So they have to be very careful in this situation. But I really do think that what's going to happen here is the air is going to go out. This isn't going to be a big passing game. This is going to be more of a game where it's going to be about the play action passing and timely passing. But it's going to be a 3 yards in a cloud of dust, a good old school NFL game straight out the 1960s, 1970s for you, okay? And with the gravely voiced narrator, all that good stuff. That's what type of game this is today. It's going to be an absolute war, and this probably is the best matchup of the weekend because you really can go either way here. You can be on the Titans or you can be on the Ravens, but we'll see. I have my choice for you guys this weekend, though. All right, so we move on to our next game, and it's going to be this one probably might be the one game where we know that it's going to be absolutely bet for one side. This is going to be the Bears, who are 8-8, going against the Saints, the 2 seed, who are 12-4. Saints coming in as the biggest favorite of the weekend at -10. It's an over/under at 47.5 as well too. You got this Bears team that's 9-7 against the spread, over and under 7-9. And guess what? They're 9-7 as a dog against the spread as well too. That's how many times. Well, not 9-7 as the dog, but pretty much all their wins this year have came as a dog. Pretty much this year, with the 8-8 and everything like that. Really name a game when they were favored. I think it was only the Houston game when they were a favorite that they won the game. And and the Giants game as well too. But other than that, the Bears have played the underdog role, and they played it well all season against the spread. They're 5-3, 2-1 versus their division, 1-1 as well too. 2-0 versus the 2-0 versus the NFC South as well too with the against the spread. So they've done their job against this division as well on the road. So they've had their way with this. They've had their way with them a bit. You know what I mean? Because they've been able to beat Atlanta, and they were able to beat Carolina as well too. But those teams is different with that situation right there. So pretty much when you look at this, you say to yourself, okay. when it comes to teams over 500, this is where this really works out very well for the Saints because straight up, this team is 1-6. Then against the spread, they're 2-5. So, pretty much the Bears are in a very, 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 bad spot, in my opinion. Now, if they would have drew somebody, say, like maybe the Packers or maybe, say, the Bucks or somebody of that nature, you would say, okay, maybe they can come in here and do some things because they know the Packers well from playing them, twice a season and that being their arch rival. And they played the Bucks so well on Monday Night Football and they beat them as well too. So, pretty much when you look at this, it looks like it's going to be really a walk in the park for the Saints in a sense. I don't like to talk like that too early, but that's what it's feeling like to me. Saints 11-2 after a 1-2 start to the season, including a 9-game winning streak within that time frame as well too. 6-2 straight up. 4-4 against the spread, 3-0 in the division, 1-1 versus the NFC North, all at home, okay? And then straight up, they're 3-2 against the spread. They're 1-4 against teams over 500. Eighth in sacks with 44, and number 1 in interceptions with 18. But when you look at it, you got a team that's here that's looks like they're about third. They're third in points per game, 30.7, fifth actually. I'm sorry about that. And their last playoff loss was against their last playoff game was a loss last year. We all remember because I was on the Vikings side that day. We made some good money that day, and the Vikings went ahead and beat Drew Brees and everything like that. But it's different this year. They don't have a Cousins there playing quarterback to really, give us an idea that maybe we might have a shot here. You got to roll the dice on Mitchell Trubisky. They just lost Montgomery for the rest of the year as well too. So it's gonna be tough with Chicago. Chicago probably doesn't even cover in this spot as well either. I think that this will probably be an opening round Saints blowout, to be dead honest with you. I hate to call that out all the way that early, but we'll see when we get to Saturday. But this is one game, though, the Saints really got to go up in here and they got to annihilate the Bears. They can't mess around with them. They can't play patty cake because the Bears are messing around with you. They get a lead, and they'll try to hold on to it the whole game because this defense is going to be ready to roll. All right, so we move on to the final game of the weekend, and it's going to be this one. It's going to be a doozy. And you know what? I know Browns fans are so excited. This is like Major League 2 right before you was waiting for them to play the White Sox in Game 7. Like, seriously, like, it's big ramifications here. Browns coming in here 11-5. Steelers 12-4. Steelers have now been bumped up to a -6. What did I tell y'all that this was going to happen? There's a 43-point spread as well, 44 point spread. And then the Browns coming in here, I know a lot of people are looking at it against the spread, 6-10, over under 8-8. They're 5-3. Straight up on the road, 3-5 against the spread. Straight up 1-2 against the spread, 0-3. This is in the division on the road. And then you got these guys straight up 3-3 against the spread, 2-4 versus teams over 500. Now this works out in the Browns. This works out well for the Browns. Third in rushing, 148.4. Guess where the Steelers are at in rushing? And this is impossible for me to even fathom. They're 32nd. I can't believe this Steelers team that built their whole franchise on the run game and great lines are last in the NFL when it comes to rushing. And this could wind up being a little detrimental to this team because they're going to probably need a big game from James Conner and the rest of their running backs as well too. You have 2-20 since 1999 at the Steelers for the Browns as well, too. It's a damn shame, to be dead honest with you. The Browns, I can give you both years the Browns won in Pittsburgh. It was 99 when they came back, and in 2001 when they when they were able to pick it. Well, 2003 actually, and they won a Sunday night football game that was like 33-10 or 33-13 or something like that. That's Tim Couch's greatest game ever. So pretty much As you guys can see, the Browns' last playoff game was over 17 years ago, and pretty much, well, now 18 years ago, and they lost that game 36-33, heartbreaker against the Steelers, who were led at that time by a guy by the name of Tommy Maddox. This is a year before Roethlisberger got there, so pretty much that's the Browns for you. The Browns coming into their first playoff game in the last 17 years, and I know that the whole city is pumped up right now, ready to roll, but they get a new issue every single day with this team, so a lot of people are already on the outs with the Browns because they really don't trust the covet situation going on with that franchise. Now you got the Steelers 10-6, and you have the over under 8-8. This team is 7-1 straight up, 4-4 against the spread, 3-0 against the spread, 2-1 versus the division at home. Okay, and that works out very well for this team. This is a divisional rival as well, and as I already pointed out, they've got over 20 in their last 22. Pretty much in their last 22 visits pretty much in their last 22 visits to Pittsburgh, this is the Browns' record. All right, so it's really, 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 really tough mountain to climb. You got a Steelers team that's 5-1, 4-2 against the spread versus teams over 500, 3-0 at home in this spot as well too. They're third in points against with 19.5 a game, and then also they are first in sacks this year with 56. So pretty much there it is with them, but you know what though? Last time they were in the playoffs, they were in an overhyped situation too, where everybody thought they was going to run past the up and coming Jaguars that really were like, okay, they were kind of like a freaky season in the sense where they kind of surprised all of us. The Jaguars, where they had Leonard Fournette, Blake Bortles played the best season of his career, and they had some things, and they had a young Jalen Ramsey there as well too, exciting and things of that nature. So what happened was with that situation was that pretty much that team went ahead and they had a great season, got to the conference championship, almost beat the Patriots, but wound up whooping up on the Steelers, and that was the last time Big Ben was in a playoff game, and he didn't look great. He didn't look good. So the Steelers are not a for sure thing because Big Ben didn't get younger. He just got older in the last 3 years. So pretty much it is what it is at the end of the day. This is going to wind up being a damn good game in my opinion. And they pretty much put it on at the right spot. They're going to have this as the night game on Sunday. So pretty much you know that they can't wait to just get into it and talk about it. The reason why they're showing this is because these teams are hated arch rivals, and the Browns haven't been here in a while, and they know they're going to get a big rating spike because of that. So there it is. There it is. That's my preview for all the games. We did the first 3 games yesterday, and we did the Sunday games today. So make sure to have those plays for you guys ready, and you guys know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to set it up to where we got more than 2 or 3 plays come this weekend for these games as well too. But I have winners for every single one of them. I'm gonna do a straight up winners for the weekend as well too, so you guys can have your money line bets to run with as well too. All right, so we move on. Let's go ahead and get into the hoops game. And up first, we got the Big Ten tonight. The Big Ten, you got Maryland hosting number 5 Iowa, going against the big man Luka Garza. So pretty much in this one, I do like Maryland to go ahead and cover. They could possibly get a big upset here as well too. They always play Iowa very tough at home, and so pretty much that's what I'm banking on. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and take the plus 5.5 here. So let's go ahead and see how it shakes out. Hopefully we go ahead and get this one home. We got Indiana visiting Wisconsin tonight. So in this spot, I really truly do feel like what happens here is that you got yourself a team in the Indiana that's playing kind of middling ball. They're going to make the tournament, but they're going to be a bubble team probably most likely when it comes down to everything, but they have the schedule to back them up. When you go play that Maui Invitation and you win a few games there, it should be the thing that puts you over the top. And, pretty much that kid Trace, man, I'm telling you right now, he should have a big night tonight against this shorter Wisconsin team that's not as athletic as Indiana. Indiana's the type of team, they kind of play themselves out of games in a sense, but they're always in a game. They're very competitive. They just really need better guards. That's my opinion on Indiana. But they got that. But that front court is solid though. As long as they got Trace out there doing what he do, they should be fine. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a tough team when we get to March for the tournament as well too. And Illinois, man, my boy, Ayo. Y'all better watch out for him tonight. The 30-plus point games this season as well, too. This guy is probably the best player in the this guy, to me, is probably the best player in the conference, to be dead honest with you. He plays great defense. He can shoot. He can slash. He can jump. He can do it all. This guy is a really good player, and that's why Illinois is seen as a top 15 team this season. And he could be a guy that is a star in March Madness as well, too. But it depends on how far Illinois is actually going to go. But they have a team that's geared up to actually make at least a Sweet 16 run at this moment as well, too. So there it is. And there it is. All right, so that's the Big Ten for us for tonight. We move on to the Mountain West, and I'm going to go rock out with the oldie but goodie, the UNLV Running Rebels. Tonight, I think that they get it together against Colorado State, a place where they always seem to have some success at. They got a good line tonight as well, too, with the plus 9.5. UNLV should be a little fresh because they haven't played in a while. They kind of took a break after a COVID outbreak and everything like that. So they haven't played much, but they are 1-4. But you have to understand, that actually comes from playing in the Maui Invitational. They played against very good competition to start the season off. I know that with the time off, they've been working out. They've been really working on getting better as a team, better defensively and better offensively. That's what the main problem is with UNLV, is that the offense can go and then it stops itself. So if this offense can stay consistent, we should be able to get ourselves a very good game tonight, and we should get a cover here. Plus 9.5 on UNLV. Let's see how it shakes out. And as you guys know, that is not the right one. I'm very sorry about that, but plus 13 on Nevada tonight. San Diego State I don't know. San Diego State plays the bad teams really, really, really well, but they don't play the good teams that well. So pretty much taking a plus 13 tonight with Nevada. So make sure I clean that up for us as well, too. But the actual bet tonight is going to be Nevada here. So pretty much what we're going to do here is we're going to take the plus. We're taking both pluses here tonight, and hopefully we go ahead and we get ourselves a good outcome here. So once again, it's plus 13 Nevada. Sorry about that. I don't know how SDSU popped into my head to put there, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And I was trying to get this show to y'all, man. I was kind of rushing. I was kind of under the weather this morning. I had a little nasty little headache, but I got over that real quick so I can make sure I did this for y'all. So pretty much there it is, plus 9.5 UNLV, plus 13 San Diego State. No, it's going to be Nevada tonight, plus 13, because San Diego State's a minus 13 favorite tonight. All right, so there it is. So once again, mark down Nevada, and I will fix this as well, too, when I put the video up in a minute. And so we have the NEC Bets List today, the Northeast. The first game starts in about 20 minutes. So we got Bryant here, minus 12.5, going against Central Connecticut State. Central Connecticut State is not that good, really. They started off the season fairly well, but that's just because it was the start of the season and they wasn't getting taken seriously. But now we have ourselves in a really good spot today. I think Bryant should be able to take care of their business here. And I like them today. With the minus 12.5, I think that we take care of it. We win this one by 15 or better. Let's see how it shakes out. Then you got Mount St. Mary's, who hasn't played much at all. But today is going to be a good day for Mount St. Mary's. They actually are put into a pretty good spot as well, too. I like it. I like it a lot. Mount St. Mary's over St. Francis today, and that's St. Francis, New York as well, too. The Brooklyn boys. So I got Mount St. Mary's with the plus 120. Let's see how that goes. And then we got the boys from Brooklyn, the boys from Bedford-Stuyvesant, right across the street from Junior's Cheesecake, the LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds, but now they call them the Dolphins. But pretty much this team is the favorite to win the NEC this year as well too. I think that they should be good money for us today. They're at home as well. So let's go ahead and see how it shakes out. Brooklyn, we go hard. Minus 135, LIU money line. Let's go. And then we have ourselves Merrimack. Merrimack hasn't played a game all season, but now they're here, ready to play the game, ready to play in conference, all that good stuff. And I like Merrimack tonight. They're at home as well, too. I think Merrimack goes ahead and takes care of their business. They get themselves a big win here, and I'm taking them with the minus 175. Let's see how it shakes out, and that's going to be our Northeast Conference bets list. All right, so we move on to the West Coast, the best coast, and that's the Pac-12. And this conference is one of the conferences that pretty much helped me solidify the CBB guru status and all that good stuff. This conference, the Big West, the Mountain West, the also the Big Sky as well too. But you know what? I like to stay away from the Big Sky. The Big Sky is really moody, man. They'll have the best team in the league get beat by 20 at home against the worst team in the league. That's how the Big Sky be going. Pac-12 bets list. We got Oregon tonight on the road. I love Oregon tonight. I think that they take care of their business as well, too. I'm taking them with the plus 145. Let's see how it shakes out. But Oregon, come on, brothers, get us home. They got a tough spot going against Colorado tonight, who's a much better team this season. They got some great seniors there as well, too, so that's been a key for them as well. So pretty much Pac-12 bets list for tonight, plus 145 on Oregon, and then we also have the plus 10.5 on Washington tonight. Washington is going to be going against Stanford, and Stanford is a moody ass team. So pretty much I can't trust them with a 10.5 point spread, even though they got one of the top players in the nation, who's probably going to be a top player when it comes to getting drafted next year as well too. But still, they're just not there yet. So I'm taking Washington today. I know Washington's a bad team, but I think that they wind up covering because they're not going to be taking it seriously as they should. And then you got Arizona playing in the game of the night against USC. USC is coming in here looking really good. Arizona's been playing really good basketball as well too, and this is usually the spot where you'll have somebody like Arizona maybe get upended, but not tonight. I think Arizona takes care of their business against the Mobley brothers and USC, and they get this one home with the minus 4.5. We should get this one by 6 or better. And then I should see A's fans just rolled up in here. I got your local school here. If everybody knows, if you're from Oakland, you know who the local school is, and that's the Cal Berkeley Bears. And pretty much the Cal Berkeley comes in here as a home dog, slight home dog, plus 115. And pretty much I'm taking the Cal Bears today over Washington State. We all know Washington State is not a good road team, so we're gonna see how it goes. And Cal Berkeley, we'll see what it do, baby. Let's see what it do. So we're going to go ahead and take the plus 115 on Cal. All right, so we move on, and pretty much I know it don't seem good right now, but I've seen this scenario on Thursday nights way too many times with Cal, and they wind up winning the game. So I'm not trying to be on the other side of it. So UCLA tonight, they're going against Arizona State, and what you would call the other game of the night, because pretty much the Arizona-California series is always a one that's very, very dependent on who's going to be the one that's going to wind up, winning that side of the division or getting a good seeding, things of that nature. So, but they haven't really played anybody though. Washington State, that's kind of going off of who they played in the non-conference. They was whooping up on Prairie View and barely beating little schools and things like that. Aiden, it's just paper. So tonight is different, man, but we'll see how it goes. And then UCLA tonight, though, minus 125. They're going against a 4-3 Arizona State squad, but Arizona State does loom the danger, and this is why it's pretty much a pick'em game in a sense. So I really do like where we're going here tonight. But UCLA, get it home, man. Minus 125. Let's see how it shakes out. All right, now it's time to go ahead and jump into the NBA. And tonight we got the NBA Super High Five, and I'm doing 2 money lines tonight. 39-1 ticket for you guys. Nets money line minus 105 tonight. I like it. I like it a lot because that's going to be the feature game on TNT. I know a lot of people are going to have this idea since the 76ers seem like the hottest team in the league that nobody's talking about. Everybody's going to have this idea that the 76ers should come in here and just absolutely, romp tonight. But I think the Nets, once again, they'll come up with another big win over a team that they're not supposed to beat tonight. And then we got the Cavs plus 195. It's cool, though. We still got Garland and Okoro playing tonight. And then you still got Andre Drummond tonight as well, too. Is Kevin Love on the set tonight as well? We'll see. But y'all got to understand, don't sleep on this Cavs team. This Cavs team is good. They're really good. And when you're going against a team like the Grizzlies, who's struggling, no Morant right now, that team is mediocre. Pretty much. They play really good defense, and they'll keep games really tight. But at the end of the day, though, I think that the Cavs, the chemistry is coming together very well. And this is a spot where they should be able to get it home. But, well, if it was that, well, man, hey, tonight we just got to ask for the kid or corridor play. Sometimes we just got to take that risk because if we're going to think like the Grizzlies tonight, Grizzlies going to say, well, maybe this might be an easy one for us. Grizzlies, the reason why these guys are sitting out tonight is because they feel like the guys that they have on the roster right now are capable enough of beating them, and I think they're capable enough of beating them as well too. And just trust the way, brother. I done got y'all 2 dogs winning this week as well too. Big money. I got y'all 2-1 or better. So pretty much we'll see how it goes because this is a tough night to pick dogs, but this is the game right here. Well, if Durant's not playing, I still got Jared Allen. I still got Kyrie. I still got those guys as well, too. The Nets, when you go to Brooklyn, we know you're going to get issues when you go to Brooklyn, dog. Seriously, straight up. I know that everybody got this great idea because now they got KD and Kyrie that they might be a little, weak when those guys aren't playing. But at the end of the day, though, Brooklyn is still Brooklyn. They still got scrapers and scrappers over there. And KD and Kyrie joining that team gave them faces. That's all it did. That team is always going to be playing really hard and really, really, really well. You know what I mean? So I can trust the Nets in this spot as well, too. And then the Wolves, I know this is risky business, though, to be that honest with you. But seriously, plus 10 with the Wolves. We'll see how it goes. But come on, though. Did y'all see the 76ers last night? They had to literally crawl off the court, bro. They used way too much energy last night going against Washington of all teams, dog. 141 to the 136 last night. That takes a lot out of you, fella. So plus 10 with the Wolves. And we'll see how it goes. I think the Wolves should be good in this spot. Denver is a real helter-skelter type team this season, so we'll see how it goes. But I do like the plus 10 with the Wolves as well. And then we got the Mavs and the Nuggets tonight. I'm going with the under because the Nuggets been playing really good defense. And, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. And pretty much we'll see how it goes. But we'll see how it goes. Under 223.5, Mavs, Nuggets. Let's go. And then we have ourselves the over 222 with the Spurs and the Lakers tonight. That's just, to me, going to wind up being the way it is because pretty much this is the third time these guys have played each other in the last week. And every time you usually get to the third game, it winds up going over as well, too. So that's why I like this over tonight. I think it's right on the money for us as well. I know that the the Lakers were struggling to get games over on the road, but the Lakers was literally just trying to win the damn game. That's it and that's all. Viva la Mexico. What's up, bro, amigo? All right, so pretty much over 222.5 Spurs, Lakers. Let's see how it shakes out. Hopefully everything works out for us. And if you playing them, hey, great. If you fading them, great. All in all, we going to be cashing some tickets regardless, though. So, it is what it is at the end of the day. So pretty much I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And this is the Premier Sports Betting Show. You guys make sure to hit those links at the bottom once everything gets all set up for you guys. If you're looking for a cool little hat like the one that I'm wearing right now, you guys can hit up Hat Club, get a 10% off with the link that I have there for you. Also got a great link for Stacey Adams as well too. Anything over $75, I can get 15% knocked off for you guys. I got a promo code sitting right down there as well too. And then we have 6T rental cars. Once you guys get to that destination, get to that city, and you don't want to go to Hertz and go rent that Prius or that Corolla, you guys can go on over to 6T and they'll go ahead and okay. Alma Marcella Rico, for sure. Shout out to Alma Marcella Rico, whomever that may be. All right, but 6T Rentals is also another 15% off. You guys go ahead and hit the link for that one as well, too. We got big things on the way. You guys already know what it is, man. Hoops 101 will be dropping tomorrow as well, so you guys be on the lookout for that. We're going to go ahead and talk about the Baby Bulls a little bit, and we're going to talk about Baylor as well, too, and are they the best team in the nation? Okay, so pretty much once again, this is the Premier Sports Betting Show, the Primetime Angles with the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper, and I'll be right back at you tomorrow, and I'll give you guys the time early in the morning so you guys know exactly what time we start. But thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a beautiful day. It's Thursday. It's almost the end of the week, so be cool. Be patient, and let's keep cashing tickets, and let's keep making this money. Bet with your head, not with your heart, and I am gone. Thank you for tuning in to the Primetime Angles, the Premier Sports Betting Show, hosted by the one and only Pop DiBiase, the Primetime Capper. This is a PrimeWave media production, and go ahead and press that subscribe button.
From the East and the West, you've heard others, but now you've tuned into the best. This is a PrimeWave media production.